Hello guys, I'm your host Shadowile, and welcome back to another episode of Monsters of Etheria. The game has officially been released for about a week or so. I know I said I was going to try to release a video on Monday, but that ended up not being to my liking. So I decided, starting next week, every Tuesday, I will do monster coverage. So I'll select one evolution line that's currently in MOE, and I'll talk about their stats, how to achieve them, move sets, and lore that I created for each monster. And so I'll do that every Tuesday, and then every Friday will be the podcast. Um, anyways, let's move on to fan suggestions, okay? So the first one is created by Hybrid Gems, and it's called Pegasus Arm, and it is a flying and lightning type. So it's literally a Pegasus that can cause thunderstorms. So the information that I've been given about Pegasus Arm is it's a monster that can fly around causing thunderstorms to happen in the areas that it passes by. And it does have a rival. Its rival's name is Poseidon's. I wasn't really a fan of the Poseidon's design much, so I didn't really feel like featuring it. But one of my favorite parts about Pegasus Arm is if you look at the mane and the tail, they're literally thunder clouds, and parts of them are what's it called, like breaking, I guess you could call it breaking off. And it does have like a darkish, like malicious vibe, although at the same time I sort of have like the intentions of Lugia. So Lugia's lore, it when it flapped, it caused 40-day storms. It's not always trying to flap on purpose to cause those storms. It just is. I feel like this one's like, I don't really want to be causing thunderstorms, so it's kind of like what I'm forced to do. And off the wings itself, there's like blades coming off the wings, I guess. I don't know. I guess those would be where the lightning would come from. But yeah, that's Pegasus Arm. The next monster is called, it's three monsters in particular. So the first two, C-Plat and Kotluk. I don't know if I pronounced it right. But it's supposed to be like a terracotta. So C-Plant and Kotluk, Kodak, I don't know, are grass ground. And so C-Plat is literally a vase or a pot, like a terracotta pot pretty much, and it has a sapling or a seedling growing out of it, and then it mutates into Kodak or I'm really butchering this. I'm really bad, like really sad about that, and it grows into having. I'm guessing Kodak is a lot bigger since it seems to be having a full, like, not a full grown, but like a small tree growing out of its freaking head. Or, yeah, I guess it is its head. And then you have Domi. And Domi is a basic type. And it's literally like a punching bag. It's supposed to be like Wobbuffet, how you could do all this damage and then it's like bam, right back at you. Some similar concept to that. Those were created by Mushi, and I like the ideas. Those were pretty neat. All right. Next up, we have. Well, they don't really have names, but they're like warrior cats, I guess, if you could say. So they're most likely their typings would be basic, and so in the first form, so in both forms, the scarf is alive, but in the first form, the scarf is fighting for the cat, and in the second form, the cat learns that he needs to stand up for himself also, and he fights alongside of the Scarf instead of letting it do all the work. And these were created by Feb Beetle, also known as Feb. You know, really, really nice looking artwork. I like how in the mutation, it looks like it's seen some crap. You know, definitely seen some stuff at the point where it has a scar going down its eye. It has the paw print. It might be. I'm sort of picking up like Shanks from One Piece vibe, in which so you can clearly see the arm, one arm in the evolution and one in the mutation, but you don't really see like any type of orangishness. And the other arm, where the other arm should be, so it's like, did it sacrifice its arm? Who knows? It's really really good monster. All in all, next one is created by Yin Penelope. You know, one of the more common guests we have here, and it's called, well, so the first form is called Kenjio or Kenju. I don't know. And it's a basic type, and it's similar to Smeargle, except it's a lot more artsier. And it's carrying a giant brush. Well, yeah, pretty much carrying a giant brush in its first form. And then when it mutates into Kendry or Kendre. And that Kendre is also what's it called? Basic type. But its tail is now the paintbrush. And as you can see in its ears, the ears are kind of the palettes, which is really cool in my opinion. Like, it is the artist. It doesn't need paint. It makes its own paint. I'm hoping the other ears like that too. This is actually one of my like really. I really like it. I hope this actually gets added like a lot, because it looks so great. All right. Next one is, well, it's a bunch, but they're all created by. Hold on. They're all created by Zormini Bonbon is what they go by. And so we're gonna start off with like the most basic form. We're gonna start off with the ones that they decided to go with first, and then we're going to go with the beta design for it. Okay, so it's the first. Well, I guess the baby form is called Zorflippy, and Zorflippy is a pure water type, and originally, so Zorflippy is a pure water type. It's like, it sort of reminds you of a seal, but it's like an alien seal from like Subnautica or something like that. And then Zorflippy mutates into, well, so the original ones are all blue. So here's how I'm gonna do it. I'll do original forms that they decided to go with, original exotics, the beta designs, and then we'll move on to the next thing. All right, so start off with Zorflippy. It's aquamarine, I guess teal or navy blue, and like some magma. I know it's really off, but like some magma looking eyes. Like, it's, you looking into its eyes will mean your eternal damnation. And then Zorflippy mutates into Zormini, which is a water fighting type. And it sort of like mutates into, it digresses from the sealish look to a more foxish attire, if you will. And it does seem to have gained a mouth, and horns have developed. Like, the ear, there where the ears, so the ears are separated. Horns have developed, and I don't know if it's technically called a scarf, but it has like a scarfish attire around its neck, so it might be a scarf. And then Zorflippy, Zorflippy mutates into Zormini, and Zormini mutates into Zoragua, I don't know. Zoragua, I guess. And Zoroark was also water fighting type, and similar to, I guess, Sceptile, or yeah, I guess Sceptile. It has like blades coming off of its arms, so like if it needs to, it could just like slash you up. It's has sort of gained like one of those masks around its face. Its horns are a little bit more developed. Its ears are pointier. Its tail has sort of its tail itself has mutated into a more dorsal fin looking type, and it's gotten a little bit. It's definitely gotten thinner. Well, from what I can tell, it's definitely gotten thinner, and it might have webbed feet. I'm not sure entirely sure because like the shading, but yeah, there might be webbed feet. And then the fourth mutation for which is Zoroark mutating into Zoroark, really close to pushing copyrights, but Zoroark, and it's literally a monster itself, and in which its tail is like half its size. It sort of gained like a sharkish tail where it's just massive, and it feels like it could just knock you off your feet in like one fell swoop. It's if we do get like unique moves, I would give its like an ability like harden its arm blades, I guess they're called, to be able to like use them as swords itself, unless to do even more damage. The mask has actually grown off of its body and started getting pointier on its own. The original things that used to be horns are now like, I guess like similar to an anglerfish, in which it has lights coming off of it, and it's just one big behemoth of a monster. All right, so the exotics follow very. They're all the same. The exotics are the same color, well, same design, but you swap out the navy blue, the aquamarine, well, the navy blue, the turquoise, and the orange for, I guess, a plum, a white, and a yellow. And you'll see them as they appear now, and it looks neat. I think I'm a little bit so between Zorflippy, I like the exotic form more. For Zormini, I like the regular form more. For Zorakwa, I like the normal form more. And for Zoroark, I like the normal form more. So here's a little background information. So they were originally supposed to be dark types and have a different mutation line, but because the Zormini Bonbon thought that the game already had too many edgy monsters, so he decided to change Zormini and did a different design and a different line. So here's what they originally looked like. So, well, Zormini also had two different evolutions into it instead of what it had. So it still had like a pre-evolution but this pre-evolution was called Zuni, and Zuni is more of like a dark demon child with elongated ears, which are more like what's it called, ribbon, like the ribbon strings that they use in gymnastics. And it really looks like a demon child. And then Zuni mutates into Zormini, and it was if you had Terriermon, all right, Mash, don't get mad, but if you added Terriermon and you made him a devil child and made him edgy and recolored his scheme to that, this is what you would get. It has devil horns, improper fur, and it has I don't know what that's called on the tip of the tail, but like spiky tail, I guess. And then here's where the real edge kicks in. So Zormini mutates into Zeta Kuma. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's, hold on, give me a second. Zeta Kuma literally mutates. Zeta Kuma literally is like one of those folklore monsters. Zeta Kuma has all this fur around it. It's a lot of different colors, a lot drastic more of a color scheme. It might be one that might kill, like actually, instead of like just injuring it, it looks like it even after knocking its opponent out unconscious, it would kill its opponent. That's how ruthless it is. Even though the regular form evolution line is darker, I wouldn't say the exotic form is lighter. It looks like it'd be a more glacier variation of it. But yeah, I get that's the Zor mini line. Both Zor mini lines. All right. So we're not gonna have lore today, like background lore, because I was actually gonna cover the differences between like different things that got removed or changed in between MOE and PFE, but I decided not to. No, actually, no. I recorded the audio for it, and then I forgot to record the video, like the video footage to go with it as I was making the audio for it. So even if I would have like recorded video footage for it, it wouldn't have synced up properly, and that's what upset me. But so yeah, I'm guessing there probably won't be a Halloween event since MOE just came out so recently. But I guess I'll do it for this episode of the Monsters of Etheria podcast. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but yeah, I still haven't updated the logo. I'll get around to doing that. But anyways, hope you guys like. Make sure, if you did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit that bell notification so you can catch up on all the latest Monster of Etheria episodes. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao.